Member for Fairfax.
Deputy Speaker, talk about leading with the chin. Today's topic, as a matter of public importance, is an absolute cracker. It's an absolute cracker. Absolute cracker. Here we have a situation Australia is experiencing its strongest growth in full-time jobs in its history. Never has it recorded the strength in full-time jobs growth. We've now had 12 consecutive months of jobs growth. 12 consecutive months. We have not seen that in 23 years. Unemployment rate now 5.5%. And some very smart person on the opposition decided that they want to have a crack at the Australian government, the Turnbull government, on jobs. Bizarre. But we welcome it, Deputy Speaker. So I was wondering who in their right mind from the Labor Party would actually want to debate the topic of jobs with the Turnbull government, who has such a demonstrable track record. And I see here it was actually the member for Wakefield. Now, the member for Wakefield, I believe, is a member in South Australia, Deputy Speaker. It is quite possible he wrote this topic in the dark. It is quite possible, as a South Australian, the lights weren't on. The lights just may not have been on when he tried to pen this topic. Because as we know, South Australia as an economy, and therefore its workers, have been damaged time and time again by their Labor state government. It is quite possible, therefore, Deputy Speaker, that the member for Wakefield, in putting this topic forward today, is in fact talking about not the Australian government but the South Australian state Labor government, a government that has totally misused the energy system and is nearly destroying that economy. And that is indeed worth criticising. Now, for people who are looking for work, Deputy Speaker, for those who just can't find work, indeed for those who are now losing their jobs, and it happens every day across the world, and members opposite have mentioned also the car industry. It is a tough time for anybody. It's not just a financial problem. There are a whole mix of social issues, of personal relationship issues that often come to play when one is faced with unemployment. And that is where you need government to ensure it is the enabler for economic growth. And for those who are wondering about their future employment, particularly in South Australia, despite having such a disastrous state government, rest assured that the coalition government is fighting for you. We have the largest recapitalisation program in the history of the Australian Defence Forces, $200 billion spent over a 10-year period. Now, a big share of that will be going to South Australia. It will be home to a shipbuilding program delivering 8,000 local jobs. Rest assured that this government is delivering. There's a reason why we have results on the scoreboard, Mr Deputy Speaker. We now have created 825,500 jobs. Let me correct what I just said there. The stat is right. The government hasn't created it, but the coalition government has created the environment for 825,000 extra jobs. Under the Labor Party, 6 years in office, you know how many they created or how many they enabled to be created, Deputy Speaker? It was the opposite. There were over 200,000 extra people in the job queue. 200,000 extra people in the job queue. It is time the members opposite turn on the lights, they look at the scoreboard and they understand there's only one side of this parliament that enables the economy for economic growth and job creation, and that's the coalition.
Has expired, and I'll call the member for